All right. Welcome back to the show. Talk Radio 1210 WPHT 855-839-1210 on X at Rich Zeoli. It's a pleasure to welcome to the show the new chairman of the Republican National Committee, Joe Gruters. And he joins us now for his debut appearance on the show. Mr. Chairman, welcome. How are you?
Hey, I'm doing fantastic, Rich. Thanks so much for allowing me to join you today. And if you can believe it, this is my first show as the new chairman.
Well, hey, we're honored. This would be your first show, and we'll make this very difficult on you. All right, we're gonna make it real tough. You're a Florida guy, and that's good because that's you came from a state that at one point was a swing state, and you helped turn it solidly red. So that's great because we're Pennsylvania and New Jersey here. Pennsylvania, we want to make a solidly red state. We had a big night, obviously on election night, but we got some work to do. We got Jersey. We got a lot to talk about. But first of all, before we get into any of that, how did you become the Republican National Committee chairman?
Well, it's something I wasn't expecting about 2 months ago, but let me start by just saying how much I love Philadelphia. My twin sister went to Villanova. She married a Villanova basketball player, TJ Calwett, and so we go up to Philadelphia to watch a game every now and then, so I love your state, but in terms of how I became chairman.
And you guys got the Pope. Your sister's college got the Pope, so there's that too. Kind of a big deal.
Yeah, just a little bit.
If
you've ever seen the movie Twins, by twins like Arnold, I'm like Danny. She's a superstar. That's why she went to Villanova. Super successful. But but the one thing about being chairman is it's like I got called up from the minor leagues. I've spent 22 years as a chairman, 4 as a club chairman, 14 as my county chairman, and 4 as a state party chairman, where we flipped Florida red. We registered over 1 million new voters on the Republican side. We flipped 4 congressional seats, won supermajorities in the House and the Senate. Yes, and it didn't come easy because just 8 years ago, we were winning elections at the top of the ticket by 1%. We lost some statewide races. And as chairman, I always say you get the credit and the blame. You probably don't deserve either. But we've had a lot of good people that came before me. We had a lot of good elected officials. And what really set us apart was 2 things. Number one, universal school choice. I've served in the legislature as a state senator, and by empowering parents to make the best decisions for their children, it's really changed the game in politics in Florida. That's number one. Number two, when COVID happened, we kept our state open. And by doing that, all of a sudden we had these economic refugees. We had education refugees because of universal school choice. We had healthcare refugees because of our lack of mandates in our options in the schools. And we just took advantage of it. And of course, during the 2020 cycle, when Trump was firing on all cylinders, Florida was the defensive wall. We couldn't win the nomination without Florida. And so what they did is they invested tens of millions of dollars into Florida, kind of like what you see in Pennsylvania now, because now that is one of the battlegrounds. And as a result, what happened is it was like shooting fish in the barrel with these voter registrations. As people would move down, we would go knock on their doors. We would actively take an aggressive position. We get these people to register. But I think that the real reason why I became chairman, well, I'll give you 2 reasons. Number one, as the longtime chairman, I focus on the fundamentals. Number one, registering voters, turning those voters out, and then, of course, protecting the vote. If you focus on the fundamentals, everything else takes care of itself. That's what I think. And number two, I've been with the Trump team and with the president since 2012, if you can believe it. We gave an opportunity to speak as our Statesman of the Year in Sarasota. And then we went on and I was his chairman with Susie Wiles in 2016 and chairman in 2020 as number one guy in 2024. So I've been with the team for a long time. But at the end, I know there's a long answer, but the basic thing is I'm committed to doing whatever it takes to make sure that we give the president a full 4 years to make sure he continues to save the world, because that's what I think he's doing.
I love the story, and I think it's great. I was a Republican county chairman back in another life, and it's not an easy job. And then to go on to become a state chair is not an easy job, and to stay active in all this and not lose your mind is not easy. And then now to be at the helm of the national party is great. So I already hear the enthusiasm, and you're fired up, and that's great because we need that. We've had people in the roles on the state and local level who kind of don't really want to be there, and that enthusiasm that you have is contagious. It really is. And we're at a moment right now where we got to make people believe that we can win again. That's what we had to do in Pennsylvania. As you know, we had to convince people that the vote would be secure, the vote would be fair, and to go out and vote. And that took a mind change, and it took people to believe in all of us and your predecessor, Chairman Michael Whatley, who did a fantastic job, that we could do this and do a great job. So the enthusiasm you have is very important. It's contagious. It's not a minor point, especially as we head into the New Jersey gubernatorial election, where Jack Ciattarelli now has a tremendous chance of winning this race. He's now up by a point in a new poll that came out. Had the first debate last night. I thought he did a fantastic job. He's running against a candidate who has nothing to say, and when she does say something, it's either a gaffe or it's something horrific, like she said about Charlie Kirk last week.
Well, listen, Jack almost won the race last time, and what the debate showed last night is that he is for the average everyday New Jersey, and if people are happy with the taxes they're paying and they want to pay more taxes, then they'll vote for Mikey. But if they truly believe that they're not getting the value of what they're paying into the system, then certainly Jack Ciattarelli is the candidate to go with. I think he's a winner. I think I think he could turn the state around. I think he will cut taxes. I think he will focus on what makes America and New Jersey great, and that's empowering people with their own money and their own resources to do what's best for them. And on the flip side, Mikey here, made $7 million off the taxpayers with the insider trading and was fined. And the question is, she would not commit to not raising people's taxes. I mean, that's the bottom line. If you think that you've paid enough, then vote for Jack. If you want to pay more and get less, then vote for Mikey. I think it's a clear distinction. I thought the debate last night, I think Jack hit it out of the park.
Joe Gruters is with me. He's the new chairman of the Republican National Committee. It's great to have him on the show today. You can follow him on X at Joe Gruters, and we posted a link to that too, so definitely give him a follow. This is his inaugural interview for radio and television, and we're honored to have him as he's now the new chair. And he chose this show for his first interview, so I'm humbled. When you think about getting people motivated to vote, and as we're doing a big rally in New Jersey, October 10th. I'm speaking. We're doing it on the pier in North Wildwood. We're really excited about that. I'm sure you probably know about this, and we're fired up about it. What do you think the key is to getting people out, and how much should we as Republicans be embracing things like mail-in voting and early voting and all the tools that the Democrats have enabled right now? How much of that should we be embracing?
Well, listen, we've had people on the ground there for months in terms of an election integrity standpoint, and that's where the party really does a good job. And I think that we're keeping a watchful eye. We're monitoring everything.
Good.
But every state is different, right? In Florida, we've dominated with mail-in voting. Now our voters are liking to vote early on election day a little bit more, but you still got to embrace it. Now, the most important thing is we make it as easy as possible to vote, but as hard as possible to achieve. You follow that mantra, and every state's different. But I think that the most important thing is to everybody can't be complacent. You got to go talk to your neighbors. You got to talk to everybody you know, and you got to turn them out, because the main goal for the party right now, not only in these elections coming up, but in the next cycle, is to convince the Trump voter that has shown up 3 consecutive times to vote for the president and may not have voted for these down ticket races, and to convince them that a vote for Jack is a vote for the president. And I say that because that's exactly what it is. I mean, we're going to win. I think our candidates win by embracing the president's message, the big, beautiful bill, what we've done in terms of taxes, no tax on tips, no tax on overtime, lower taxes on Social Security for seniors. We're doing everything that we need to do, I think, and if we communicate that correctly, we will win. And if we convince these voters who don't normally show up to show up on behalf of the president, I think Jack's going to run away with it. And I think that we're in great shape. I love that poll that it shows him that he's 1 point up. I think the momentum's on his side. He continues to build momentum, and I think that debate last night proves the strength that he has as a candidate.
Before I let you go, Mr. Chairman, you have 3 kids. I see your family picture on your website. Beautiful family you have. How important is the family stuff going to this election? We talked about this a little bit earlier with parental rights and parental freedom. How important is that in this election? Because I have 3 kids as well. My son is 11, my daughter's 9, and my other daughter's 5. So we're kind of in the same boat, you and I, in terms of our kids' ages and everything. I think it matters. I think it's part of the reason why President Trump won. I think he did so well because he was able to reach out. I think the Make America Healthy Again movement matters. But at the end of the day, I think the parental rights movement, if you want to call it that, has never been stronger than ever before. I think parents have woken up. They're crossing the aisle because of it. For many of them, they may not be registered as Republican, but they may not tell their friends. They may not post it on social media. But I think at the end of the day, they may vote on it.
Yeah, listen, I think we did real well as a result of having Robert F. Kennedy come over and join our side with the Make America Healthy Again movement. There's no question that it makes a difference. All these things. And I think what's happened is I think his parents have gotten fed up and they said, enough of the wokeism, enough of you trying to indoctrinate our children in the schools. You got to give parents a chance to be the leader of the family and to make these decisions. And far too often what we've seen over the last 2 decades is the government intrusion in their willingness and their forcefulness of them trying to take over in some of these parental rights. It's that's one of the things, one of the main reasons why I'm a Republican is the ability to choose. And and my choice is to raise my kids the best possible way. And and I'm so fortunate to live in America where President Trump is going to bat for the average American worker, the average American family, and the average business here in America day in, day out. He does not care about himself the way he cares about the country and his genuine concern for the well-being of others. We're so fortunate to have him. Jack is going to lead the same way from compassion in his heart, and he's going to take it and make sure that New Jerseyans get the best possible return for their investment that they're making every time that they pay taxes. So I'm so excited about Jack's chances. I'm so thankful, Rich, that you put me on the radio today to let me to talk about a couple of these issues. And I look forward to joining you again. And I can't wait to come back to Philadelphia to watch Villanova play some more basketball and eat some more of your great food.
Well, listen, you guys stole my basketball coach because I'm a Terrapin, so I don't know if I want to watch a game with you, but you're welcome to come in studio next time you're up. We'd love to see you. I'm sure I'll see you on the campaign trail, Mr. Chairman. Congratulations. You did great on your first interview, by the way. I made this tough, and you did a good job. No, I'm kidding, but you did a really good job. And we'll follow you on X at Chairman Gruters, and we'll talk again, my friend. Best of luck to you. Let us know what we can do to help.
Rich. All right, have a great one. Bye-bye.